Hey, what's going on, guys? It is the SMT, and in today's video, we're going to take a look at a story that I think probably got overlooked by many, but man, is so insightful about T-Mobile, the merger, and kind of the direction of the network. So, what we actually have looks like some interview responses and some questions answered by executives from T-Mobile, actually everybody except John. And of course, I mean, most people are pretty aware T-Mobile is indicative of John Legere. He's kind of the mascot, the rah, rah, rah. He's the face of the franchise in a way. And, you know, that's what we associate whenever we get quotes from T-Mobile. But in this article, it's everybody except John. So I wanted to get you guys updated on what was said in these questions and in these responses. So this insight, very interesting. The first coming from Executive Chief Operating Officer Mike Sievert. He is expected by some to be the next CEO of the company. So Mike Sievert, speaking to the reporter here, he spoke on the merger actually directly. He said either a settlement is going to be reached or we're going to court, and either way we like our chances. And he said we're ready for it. He said he believes the deal is good and it has merit. And I actually agree with the statement. I don't think there's a better scenario for them that if it does go to court, they actually win. And it's because the deal itself has merit. And if that's the case, you know, I think that's actually a good thing. I think going to court and winning that way is justified. So there is merit to it, I believe, like he said. And then from the Dish side, he spoke about Dish. He said, we invite competition. We thrive in it. We are prepared to compete with and against Dish. Now, this is interesting because he's basically saying, you know, we're providing them the MVNO deal, and they're a part of our success. And they're also going to be our competition because they are going to be operating post-paid. So interesting insight there. Now moving on to CFO, Chief Financial Officer Braxton Carter. He spoke glowingly of Dish chairman Charlie Ergen. He said, I would never bet against Charlie Ergen. He has amazingly built up Dish. My question to that is, well, what's happened with Dish recently? I actually think he has a point there. Charlie Ergen is an excellent businessman. He's very successful. He's one of the wealthiest men in America. And the problem, I think, with Dish is they've experienced kind of the market changing from under their feet. Very expensive to own and operate satellites and operate TV that way. So I think just the market changed on them. So maybe he has the point there. And the last thing is coming from CTO Neville Ray. This is great insight. Probably the most important part of this video, in my opinion, from the network side. He says that they've begun work on testing 2.5 gigahertz spectrum in preparation for using the Sprint 2.5 gigahertz spectrum, leveraging it for their 5G network. Establishing those synergies, decommissioning redundant sites from Sprint. Specifically, he said, I've caught up to Verizon and AT&T. I mean, you can't be any more confident than that, saying that you've caught up to the two most extensive LTE networks in the nation. Now, I disagree with him. I think he's wrong. And I'm not calling him a liar. I'm just saying I think you're kind of, you're jumping out a little bit in front there. So I disagree with him there, but I love the confidence. It's not like John Legere rambling, but it's good confidence. I like the fact that he's feels good about his network and his work and what he's done. Something you don't really hear from or see from head engineers from carriers. So I kind of like that. And he also said, I want those guys to be chasing my network, which are huge aspirations, and I love that. The fact that he knows he wants to be successful and be the one with the best network, I love it. He also said that with the 2.5 gigahertz spectrum and the network improvements they'll get with the merger, he said customers on our network can expect to go from 30 megabits per second average to 400 megabits per second average, which in my opinion, he's not lying. He's right. That is very possible when looking at the spectrum concentrations that the new T-Mobile network would be operating with Sprint's 2.5 gigahertz mid-band spectrum. He's not lying about that. That is definitely very possible. So I thought this was great insight. You guys let me know what you think of these comments from these executives. Again, everybody other than John Legere, which I'm perfectly okay with. I don't need to hear much from John for a while. He comes in heavy doses, so I'm actually really happy to be hearing from these other three. Let me know what you guys think. Any particular one that you really liked any particular one that stuck out to you or you thought was very insightful, let me know in the comment section below. Go ahead and drop me that line. If you like this video, please go ahead and rate it. Give me that thumbs up and also share it. Helps the channel grow, gets the channel in the algorithm, and make sure that you are subscribed. And if you haven't done so already, not only subscribe, but also hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload from the SMT. Want to get more involved with the communities? We've got the SMT Patreon page. Got that in the description box below. Got a link there, as well as the Discord community. Big shout out to the Discord gang. And also, if you'd like to support production here in the SMT YouTube channel, there's a PayPal share link if you'd like to leave a small or occasional monetary donation. Many thanks for those considerations in advance. I think I'll leave it at that. I want to thank you all again for watching the video. I am the SMT, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.